Alright, yeah, welcome back on into some more Magic Arena. So, we are back once again with our combo Lifegain list brought to us by Thelona. So, without further ado, let's get into the games. I'll see you there. Okay, we're in, and this hand's not amazing, but, I mean, it's got the board wipe that we want, counter on 3 we kind of want. Usually we'd just be cantripping our way to it. I guess we can take it. Let's see if a hand like this is acceptable. And drawing a cantrip actually improves this hand somewhat. Alright, Draco Genius, are you playing mono green Stompy? You are not. This looks like a green-black deck of some sort. Alright, well, Scrounger gets completely nerfed for a turn at least. Yeah, green-black. Another Scrounger. Interesting. Alright, I'm not afraid of wiping the board with 2 recurring creatures, to be perfectly honest. In fact, I'm kind of happy about that anyway, because, you know, it just means that they're not doing anything super disgusting. You know, like Golter. That would suck. Alright, takes 6. Plus, it's going to, if he doesn't play any creatures, one's going to have to exile the other in order to come back, which is fine. So, probably going to absolutely counter the living crap out of that. Absolutely not. Go to the hells. Alright, if we don't get a land, I'm going to Primal Amulet. Because we need to make sure that we got this Fumigate. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have another Ronas in hand. Because that would make these Fumigates so much worse. I suppose if you had a Brontodon, that would also suck. If you pull the trigger on it immediately, at the very least. So we're at 8. It's not a great place to be. Hopefully our opponent overcommits this board state that he doesn't have to. He does not. Alright. Let's Fumigate. Can't really not Fumigate. I should have left open the blue actually, not the white. Because then I can at very least just pretend I have something like an Essence Scatter. So my opponent likely to end step a Scrounger back. Yep. Getting rid of the Ronas. As we'd expect. These Scroungers are awfully annoying. Steel Leaf. Keep going. Keep adding more. Dang it. Our opponent not in the business of adding more to the board. And he's so conveniently got 2 mana open as well. Alright, let's opt for a land drop. There's a land drop. And then we're going to have to Fumigate again, unfortunately. This is not the board state that I want, and I don't really want the Scrounger back either, but we are close to flipping a Primal Amulet. We are close to having the mana for Nexus of Fate, so we're almost where we need to be. It's just we're in a very awkward position right now. So I'm likely to be committing one of these Scrap-Eat Scroungers. Because he's going to take me to 6 here. Which is rough. Especially now that I've used 2 Fumigates up to do this. I don't like it. Heart of Kiran. And another Scrounger. Jesus. Crimbus. Alright, well, we can opt to flip Primal Amulet. That's nice. So far, so good. Reservoir is not what I had in mind, so I'm going to bottom that. We can double commit something this turn, is what I'm thinking. Which we're going to have to do. So, pass the turn. Plan on double committing. Which is a nice little tempo swing for us. Is it going to make the difference? Time will tell. Okay. We're just going straight to combat? Looks like it. Alright, so we're going to bounce Heart of Kieran. And we're going to bounce the untapped Scrounger as well. We can counter a Blossoming Defense, which I'm sure he's about to do right now. Yeah. Can we counter it? No, we can't actually counter that. Alright, well, bounce you instead. We're dead. But at least we went down swinging. Jeez. Scroungers are very annoying. It looks like we're going to be bringing in Settle the Wreckages then. They're just so much more capable of committing, taking care of these Scroungers. Our opponent doesn't know what we're doing. I've got no reason to bring anything else in, I don't think. Maybe the cast outs. Let's go down the Renewed Faiths. Go down a Sanguine Sacrament for a cast out. Anything else? Honestly, I think we can just try it like that. It was a rough first game. Okay, this hand sucks absolute donkey testicles, so that's going right back. This one's not far off from sucking the same things, but we're going to keep all of this stuff. We get to anticipate looking for lands. I'm going to keep the Settle of the Wreckage. Yeah, we just really need... We need the white mana, so anticipate. I'm going to go digging for it. I guess I could cancel and anticipate on his turn, pretend I've got something I don't. I don't think my opponent ever plays around a counterspell. In fact, Steel Leaf Champion right here wouldn't be surprising. Goes with a Thrashing Brontodon. Our opponent took a very long time... Oh my god. Well, this game's a loss. Good, good. We'll take the Ritual. If we don't draw our planes... Oh, nice. I was going to say there wasn't much hope for winning this one. So we'll try and go for the Fumigate plan on anything except for Scrap Heap Scroungers. Yeah, my opponent took a long time sideboarding, which just leads me to believe that he doesn't really know what he's playing against. Okay, end of turn. Let's undo all of the damage that the Brontodon just did. Get a Primal Amulet. Okay. We can actually just play a Primal Amulet and our opponent will take that as a removal spell. Alternatively, I can play that farmland and next turn I can Fumigate on a bigger board. I guess we could do that. Our opponent, looking at this, sees Disallow, Supreme Will. Maybe not likely to throw a Ronus into that. He is hoping. Ooh, opponent taking damage. That's very odd. Okay, Resilient Kenra. Why would you take damage on that? You want to get it for 6 instead of... Yep, don't get it. Don't understand. Play one more creature. Not gonna overcommit. Alright, so Fumigate this board. He's got nothing to sack to, so we're getting 3 life here. And now we're safe to play down our Primal Amulet. Unless he goes Brontodon number 2. Of course, he goes Brontodon number 2. To be honest, I don't think that really changes my mind about doing this. I honestly couldn't care less if he trades a 3-4 for that right now. Especially since we've got one in hand. So, he can pull the trigger on it now. Or it could stop us from having cost reduction on a hell of a lot of spells. Alright. Becomes a 7-8. I'm going to settle this board later. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll take a Revitalize. We actually might be able to flip this amulet before my opponent can untap and kill it. So, that's 2 of 4. Nexus of Fate. This needs to hit a cantrip here. Ah! Alright, fine. Let's just play the other amulet. So our opponent's going to be able to kill this 3 countered primal amulet. Because I highly doubt they're capable of tapping out completely here. Okay, cycles a desert. Maybe they are. They're never going to, though. I might even just see them tapping it out right here. I guess if they don't tap to kill the amulet, what I could do... What I could do is actually, if I get a cantrip next turn, I can try to flip it. In response to him killing it, then I can Nexus of Fate or something like that. It looks like he's going for it now, though. Yeah, okay. Totally fine. Everything continues to be fine. So let's just go Nexus of Fate. We're not going to be able to cast it while Primal Amulet's unflipped. So just do it now. Get Primal Amulet, look for... yeah, I'm going to bottom that. I don't really care about this Kenra all that much. Ugh. Islands. Anticipate should flip this amulet. With a Nexus of Fate. Yeah, let's do it. Nexus of Fate. Flip the amulet. We need a cantrip off the top. That will do. I'm going to copy this one because, one, we need the life, and two, I can't really guarantee anything off the top is going to be well springable. And in this case, it absolutely was not. So we're at 14 now. I think we're in a solid position as long as our opponent doesn't find a Field of Ruin or we just start flooding out. I don't think our opponent can really do much here to stop us. I will happily take your 4. Blossoming Defense is now utterly useless because Zelda Wreckage is a thing. Yep. Seriously? Are we playing this game? Alright, well. I could kill this. He's going to sack it anyway. To try and settle valuers. I guess I could just kill that. I want to thin my deck. Because drawing 17,000 planes in a row really, really makes you want to thin your deck. Grab an island. And pass the turn. My opponent floating mana for the sake of it. I guess the only reason he could want to do that is because of Blossoming Defense. So, I'm going to encourage my opponent here to crack his own Oasis. Yep. Uh-huh. Swings in with both. We settle his Wreckage. He should have probably swung in with just one, because he could threaten lethal there, sure, but he can do it in 2 turns anyway, and we've got 1 card in hand. Hey, Nexus of Fate. Okay, so take 2 extra turns. We better get something good here. Otherwise, I've lost faith in this deck. Seriously? Well, there's 1 whiff. I'm just gonna thin me deck. This deck has gone from never losing to constantly whiffing. All it took was me hitting the record button. Okay, we could commit that memory. Yeah, this is fine. Actually, It's so tough because if he's got a blossoming defense, he can bounce this commit. I guess what I could do is commit the spell, copy, use the copy to bounce champion. I can't die to champion. Not this turn, anyway. And all I need is this commit in my graveyard. So, blue. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let that resolve. Because it's not a creature, I could see what he's playing here. Yeah, he's just going to let that go. Alright, so bounce this on his end step. So he can't replay it. And then go to bounce the champion. I should win from here. Copy goes for the champion. He blossoming defenses, I don't care. It's the memory I want. Anticipate. Okay. Now, if I thought I was going to get a Nexus of Fate, I should anticipate normally. 6, 7, 8, 5, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over. Yeah, I think I'm going to risk the anticipate without the copy. Get the Nexus of Fate. Take 2 extra turns. Use one of my extra turns to refill my hand completely. Settle the Wreckage is nice. Nice. Glacial Fortress. Let's go with Anticipate on the Primal Wellspring. Let's take... We've already got 3 board wipes. I guess I just take the Amulet. And the Supreme Will? Yeah. Yeah? I could probably flip both amulets next turn. Yeah, maybe I'll just take another amulet. Right, then go for a Fumigate. Don't think this is punishable. Unless he's got Heroic Intervention, I suppose. Do I think he's got Heroic Intervention? I guess he could. That might be something he's boarded in. Alright, we'll pass. We'll settle the Wreckage. Oh, it was my turn anyway. Haha, I didn't realise. Got that many turns stacked up. Okay. Primal Amulet. Primal Amulet. Opt. Bottom the land. Because we're going to hit one anyway. Opt. Revitalize is nice. I'll take that. Play Revitalize. There's a Nexus of Fate, so we get to flip our amulets next turn and take 4 extra turns. And now I can go for the Fumigate because a Heroic Intervention shouldn't win him the game here, right? I should still probably just settle instead. Alright. Yeah. So my opponent gets a turn, but it's not really a turn because it's not going to do anything. Sir Popard wasn't planning on countering anything. Ronas, don't care. Opponent goes to combat. Swings, let him go. He's going to use his mana to pump, and then we're going to settle him. And that will be game. Yep. Settle your wreckage, bro. Yeah, might as well use this. Let's make a copy for the sake of it. Transform that. Transform that. Settle you again. And watch the turns flow. So, whiffing potential is almost completely off the table now. We have to get really unlucky. And I mean, we've got so many lands in play right now that hitting lands off the top is just not gonna do anything. So, let's opt copy. Let's draw some cards. No, honestly, don't want it. I want to find my Aetherflux Reservoir. You know what? That's good. And that's amazing as well. Yep, we can't lose. That's like 8 turns in a row. Let's go look 8 cards deep for 2 different cards. We just need to find Reservoir and we can't lose. Take the opt. And the Reservoir. Okay. So, play Aetherflux Reservoir. Let's take 4 extra turns. Oop. My lands are going flying. 4 extra turns, please. Next turn we'll take 4 extra turns. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Good times. Alright. I saw someone on the forums asking about that interaction, whether or not it was shuffling copies into the deck. It's absolutely not. It's just part of the rules text that you reveal it when it is supposed to go into the deck. I'm going to revitalize once. Up to 17. I'm going to save these rituals just to copy 3 times with our Primal Wellspring with one of my many, many turns. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's Ritual of Rejuvenation 4 times. Just allows me to get to 50 life quicker. So it might look like slow play, the fact that I'm not using it there, but it's actually small life gain in the end. My opponent should at this point see that he can't possibly win, because my deck is doing exactly what it usually does. Supreme Wills. We've got 28 cards in our deck. There's 2 Nexus of Fate in there. Okay, play a land drop. I'm going to go Supreme Willing for a Nexi of Fate. I wonder if this opponent's going to stick around for game 3 and game 4. Let's just take the land. Supreme Will. Go hunting again. Up to 42. Nexus of Fate. Ritual. This should be enough to end off the game here. Up to 46, up to 50. We need to just cast one more spell and then we can ping him in the face. So, Ritual. And this is doing what the deck should have done. I didn't manage to actually showcase the deck in its full glory last game because it just constantly whiffed on me. And this one was kind of close to doing the same thing. But, alas, it did not. We could actually go infinite with this current state. There's absolutely no way in hell that we can't just chain Nexus of Fates together for forever on this one. Okay, so how do we want to go about this one? Our opponent's probably going to bring in Thrashing Brontodons, as he already has, actually, for the reservoirs, but he's going to bring that in for Primal Amulets anyway, so the approach plan doesn't seem entirely necessary, although he is in black. So we do have to worry about Lost Legacy. Not Lost Legacy, Dispossess. Lost Legacy can't name artifacts. So he could name Nexus of Fate, which actually makes things difficult, though not impossible. Other than that, I don't know. I don't think I care. I could maybe see bringing in another cast out for Aronis, since Settle's the only way to get rid of him. Nah, I'm just going to try it like this. Should be good enough. Okay, this hand is completely acceptable. We got a board wipe on 5, we got Resilience until then, we got an Opt to go digging, and we got a Nexus of Fate as well for something to work towards. So, should be all good. Adventurous Impulse for our opponent. What does he find? Steel Leaf Champion, okay. Steel Leaf Champion on 3 is going to be annoying, but we should be able to survive long enough to Fumigate. Scrounger. Also annoying. So, land go. Opponent getting in for 3. Does he have a turn to play? Oh, he's got his land. Goes for a Llanowar Elves instead of a Steel Leaf Champion. That's interesting. And a Scrounger. Fair enough. So it's the board state that we feared last time. There's a Primal Amulet. So I'm going to go land so I can hold open the Supreme Will. We're going to pass. Let's see if our opponent wants to commit a lot to this board or if he just wants to go with what he's got. Okay. Passes the turn. He wants to commit with what he's got. It's probably the correct play, honestly. I'm going to let that one go. We're going to cycle this farmland as well because we don't need it. I want to look for that Settle the Wreckage, because this is the right board state for that card right now. Nexus of Fate. Okay. We've got the Fumigate next turn regardless. We could hold open the Supreme Will, so there's nothing to worry about. We're taking 7. It's a 2-turn clock. Yeah, we'll pass. We're close to these Nexus of Fates as well. I'd like to be able to Primal Amulet plus Supreme Will in a single turn. I think the curve works out just right. So we'll take his damage. I could actually see myself... He's playing around Settle the Wreckage. I could see myself Supreme Willing actually for Settle the Wreckage. Especially if he goes and passes like that. So he's trying to bait out my board wipes. What I want is essentially Resilience to make that a bad plan for him. He can get back 1 Scrounger. So 6, 7, 8, 9. He only needs... he only needs a blossoming, 2 blossoming defenses if he wants to kill me through a rejuvenation. I don't plan on targeting anything. I'm just wondering whether or not I even need to wipe the board here, or if I can just rejuvenation opt. 2, 3, 4. If I can just wait a little longer. Fumigate might just be the plan. It's just the problem is we've got this looming over our heads. I guess we can opt. Reservoir to the bottom, don't need it. Well, there's another fumigate. Okay, so I shouldn't be able to die here with a rejuvenation in play. I don't think. Hopefully I'm not wrong about that. There's 3 points. So that's 10. So he needs another 3 points of damage in order to kill me there. And he's got to worry about settle the wreckage, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Say nothing. See if he blossoming defenses. He does not. Okay. So let's just gain 4 life. We get the reservoir that we thought we'd bottomed. Our opponent, yeah, likely to pass the turn there. So, next turn, we get to start Nexus of Fating. So I'm just going to Fumigate. Go up to 9. Virtual 6, because our opponent's going to exile the elves to get back a Scrounger. It'll be really, really fragile here. It could so easily go wrong in so many ways. Opponent's Steel Leafs holding up and Scrounger mana. So I could Nexus 4, 5, 6, 7. Allows me for a land drop next turn, which then allows me to Primal Amulet plus Fumigate. Is that worth it? I think so. Nexus of Fate. Take an extra turn. Another Fumigate is wonderful, actually. Doesn't get much better than that. Play a Primal Amulet. Fumigate the board. Backup Fumigate for the next Scrounger. Plus whatever he decides to commit to this board. We've got Nexus of Fate now with cost reduction and a reservoir somewhat ready to go. This is really close. We need like a cantrip chain, I think, to make this hand work. Sir Poppard. There is a cantrip. So... Can I play the Reservoir? Reservoir leaves me with 4 mana. No, I can't. But I can chain Anticipate into another spell into a Fumigate to flip. That's nice. Settle the Wreckage is really good. Do like that. Yeah, let's take Settle the Wreckage. So do I settle this? Has he got creatures in there? He's not got creatures in there, so he can't get the other out of his deck. I can Reservoir and Settle the Wreckage. Although if he's got Thrashing Brontodon, I can't. Crap. That was a mistake. He is hoping he doesn't have Brontodon. I might have lost the game on that play. Oh god, if he's got it. Should not have done that. Should not have done that. That was very short-sighted of me. Looks like I'm not gonna get punished. Settle your wreckage, sir or madam. Alright. One cantrip allows us to flip Amulet, which allows us to take 2 extra turns. Can we do that? Nissa. Alright, we're going to need
The land shall conquer you.
to go off here. Need to. Or get a cast out, either way.
Behold, nature's true power.
Opens up a forest for being murdered. And a Llanowar Elves, okay. So... Fumigate for 4. Doesn't leave me enough for Nexus of Fate, but I go up to 8 life, 5, 6, 7, 8. I die to a Hashep Oasis or extra pump spells. I'm just going to try Nexus of Fate, I think. I actually didn't count Primal Wellspring mana there. I can't actually hit this because it's still basic land, even though it is a creature. Reservoir. For 5. Yeah, I can play the other Reservoir. Gain some life. Fumigate. Doubled. Not that it really matters. Up to 14. So we're going to need a lucky top deck. Because our opponent has like a reasonable clock here. With the lands.
Be wary of the ground
Okay.
you walk on.
So we take 5. Down to 9. Oh! It's not good. It's not good at all. It's okay. It's just not good. Because we're going to have to use it now. I think. We're at 11. 5, 6, 7, 8. He needs 3 power to add to the board. How does he go about doing that? Hashep Oasis. That's literally it, isn't it? It's literally... Oh no, you can add Scrounger, of course. So yeah, we wipe the board here. Silly me. Up to 17. Opponent gets his Scrounger back. Opponent should stop ticking up with this Nissa. He keeps killing his lands. Did he not have the ability to... No, he couldn't double Scrounger. Okay. Minus his Nissa for the card draw. That's going to be real good for him. At least up until the point where we get our Nexus of Fate and win. Oh boy. Alright. Time for me to start hitting woodland cemeteries to thin my deck. 35 cards. We can't be hitting lands. It's just, there's not enough time in the world. Get a blue. Draws a card. Oh yeah. Problem. Okay. Draws a card. Ugh. I'm getting nervous. I'm very nervous.
Rise, my elemental friend.
That's 8 points. Down to 6, so... Supreme Will. Supreme Will, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Supreme Will hitting Nexus of Fate. If I Supreme Willed without Primal Wellspring, I get 2 extra turns. Otherwise, I can guarantee 1 extra turn. I think that's fine, because we've got Aetherflux Reservoir. So let's just go 8 cards deep. And get 2 cards. Let's get... Settle the Wreckage is good. I guess we take Settle. Settle guarantees we don't die. Ritual is nice as well. Similarly, guaranteeing we don't die. Which is what this deck does, it just doesn't die. Alright, if we can trip into another spell, we get another flipped amulet. We hit a land. Okay. Play the land, pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Dang it. Alright, goodbye, Cell. What you got next? Hashep. Ugh. Alright.
Harness the elements.
6, 7, 8. Dead next turn, come on. Bestiary, don't care. Alright, anticipate. 6 cards deep. Let's go. We get to flip another Primal Wellspring. So it doesn't matter that we're using this one. Come on. Come on, there's an opt. Got to go deeper. Supreme Will. Supreme Will with the Primal Wellspring. Yeah, I think so. Use the white. Let's continue to refuse to die. There's a Nexus of Fate. Alright. We could have also taken the commit to memory there, I guess. And there's a Nexus. Alright, we win. It should be impossible to lose now. God, this deck, it just raises the blood pressure. It really does. So this Nexus of Fate allows us to take 3 extra turns next turn. I'm going to keep this opt in hand, honestly. Because I actually might need it after all of these whiffs. Just didn't thin our deck enough, I think, is the case. So, my opponent can concede whenever he feels like it. Because the game's over. Land drop. I'm going to pass the turn because I'm going to use one of those Wellsprings on this opt. Cast out. Yeah. That might get my opponent to just concede because I will take out his Nissa. Which is currently like the only threat he's got. Bottom the land. Still seeing lands after all this time. Commit to memory guarantees I fill my hand back up. More lands. Alright, so commit Nissa. 1, 2, 3. Get some triggers. We're going to memory. Refill our hand. On one of our extra turns. It takes some serious whiffing to lose here. Like, serious whiffing. Plus, we're on, like, 30 plus life anyway, so we've got time. Nexus of Fate. That's the deal sealed. Okay. Revitalized is what I am feeling. Oh god, this deck. This deck is disgusting. Alright. Up to 58. Bottom that. I don't think my opponent can 8 me, so I'm just going to ping him right now and save time. Jesus Christ. That was close. Oh my god. Well, he got us in the first game. You know, Scroungers are a pretty disgusting card to have to deal with when you've only got Fumigates. Alright, not playable. But other than that, as soon as you got your Fumigates and your board wipes, and you can just keep chaining them together. You know, we're gaining tons of life, so we don't have to use them that often. Right towards the end of the game, though, we really need to just hit some good cards. What I think with this deck, the case with it is, it's super consistent as long as you hit your cantrips. Because if you can hit your cantrips, then you can chain into more of them. It's just when you take your extra turns and you draw lands, that's when the deck becomes a problem. I think that's the only letdown of this deck, the only thing that's stopping it from being great. I'm not quite sure what I could do to actually change that up, really. Other than, I don't know, maybe adding another Nexus of Fate just to make sure that we hit it more often. I mean, the Sanguine Sacrament is a little bit of a meme card, so you could swap that out for a Nexus, I guess. But other than that, I think the deck is completely solid, works very well in best of 3, and especially in best of 1. In best of 1, it just destroys. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I do hope you've all enjoyed. If you have, then be sure to like, subscribe, share the video around if you thought it was obnoxious and you know someone who likes obnoxious decks. And if you hit that little bell icon as well, you get notifications when I release videos in the future. Take it easy, guys. Oh, don't forget to check out the Budget Magic videos from this week as well. It is budget week, so if you are looking for a startup deck this week, I am going to go through a fair few lists for you guys as well to make sure that you have a startup point. Alright guys, thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.